Dissect DJs.
We are the Bears, Shufflin crew, shuffling on down, doing it for you. We're so bad, we know we're good, blowing your mind like we knew we would. You know we're just strutting for fun, strutting our stuff for everyone. We're not here to start no trouble, we're just here to do the Super Bowl show.
What is up? It is that time of year, y'all, where, you know what, we're not here to start no trouble, but we are here to do the Super Bowl Shuffle. And do you know why? Because it's Super Bowl Sunday, y'all! No, it's not. It's like a few days before. Depending on when you're listening to this. Maybe you are listening to this on Super Bowl Sunday. The point is, it is Super Bowl week. And I am Ryan Castle. And it is the Dissect DJs. And seeing as it is Super Bowl week, I thought it was about time we rolled out another little Brucey bonus episode for y'all. And dig back into my collection from the Three Things We Gotta Talk About podcast. Because last year, we did a spectacular Super Bowl Sunday edition of Three Things We Gotta Talk About. And unfortunately, it did not feature DJ Jag. Aww. I know, I'm with you, animatronic audience. I always want to hear Justino on the track as well. However, if you're not, I was not alone. In my discussion of all things football fun and super shuffling madness, I was joined by another one of my ever-present co-hosts from the Three Things podcast, the very witty, very well-read, very opinionated Juan Hernandez, who, of course, goes way back with me to my days at Fox Sports when we used to cohabitate the news desk at the Fox slot in Los Angeles, going all the way back to 2009. So we got a great rapport, very good back and forth, very good banter. In fact, I would recommend you go check that episode out right now. Go ahead and search your podcast app, whatever it is you're listening to. Find the Three Things We Gotta Talk About podcast. It was episode 13. Go ahead and hit subscribe on that. And you know what? Hit subscribe on Dissect DJs too. You're not going to regret you did. I'm just saying. Episode 13, go check it out. I just listened to it back for the first time since we first put it out there a year ago. It was a good hang. We got to get sportsy with it, which is something I rarely get to do on my podcast, and I'm a big sports guy, so it was a fun time. It's very evergreen sports discussion. I made sure of that it was something that you could listen to at any time. We go into a lot of unpopular, savage opinions about legendary Super Bowl moments in past years, some hot takes, if you will, and we did a whole segment of overrated, underrated, and properly rated of all the nuances that come with Super Bowl week and all the pop culture items that come with it. Parties, to the history of the games, to the moments and all that good stuff, to squares, jello shots, hot wings, even the hot girls at the party that doesn't know anything about football. Where do we rate all those things? I think you should give it a listen. And thing number 3 is where I find myself today, because we did another edition of Break Down This Song, and you better believe that we broke down the most legendary Super Bowl song that I've ever heard. I guess if you get into it, you know, some of those network football themes are also pretty legendary, but those aren't really breakdownable. The 1985 Chicago Bears Super Bowl Shuffle, now there's a lot to break down there. And we not only broke down the song, but we also flipped on the video, because if you haven't seen that music video, it is absolutely worth dissecting. So let's go ahead and hop right into thing number 3 from last year's Super Bowl special. And once again, y'all have a great Super Bowl Sunday. Be safe. Wear your mask if you're in public. Gamble responsibly. Don't chase that halftime parlay if you're already down a bill or two. Might be talking to myself with that one. And don't take any candy from strangers. That's more of a Halloween advice usually than Super Bowl, but I mean, I think it's advice we could always adhere to, because you don't know those people. Who is a stranger? Why is he offering candy? You don't want that. You know, we're still in a bit of a pandemic. Maybe you need to not be hanging out with strangers that are doling out random pieces of unwrapped candy. That's all I'm saying. But I digress. Now, shuffling time. Let's get in to thing number 3.
Number 3.
And that means it's time to do a classic version of Break Down This Song.
Break down this song.
And there's really no better song we could possibly do for the Super Bowl special than that very Chicago Bears of 85's Super Bowl Shuffle.
I don't know, man.
You already don't know.
I'm not sold.
You're already not sold?
I'm not sold.
We are the Bears, shuffling crew, shuffling on down, doing it for you.
Dude, they're shuffling it all down and doing it for you. What more could you ask?
Like you knew we would.
Confident as fuck.
Yeah.
Right off the get-go. Like they knew they would do.
We're not here to start no trouble. We're just here to do the Super Bowl shuffle.
Well, they call me Sweetness, and I like to dance.
Sweetness, Walter Payton.
Walter
We
Payton.
had the goal since training camp to give Chicago a Super Bowl champ. And we're not doing this because we're greedy. The Bears are doing it to feed the needy. We didn't come here to look for trouble. We just come here to do the Super Bowl shuffle.
I feel like that's not really a hot take. We're not here to look for trouble. We just came to do the Super Bowl shuffle.
It's a little meek, but it rhymes though.
He said something about feeding the needy.
Yeah, because they didn't come to be too greedy. Yeah, I don't know why.
I don't get that. This was a problem with hip hop music in 1985. Was that people just threw in things that rhymed for the sake of
That was the 80s, bro.
It was-
That's the 80s rap.
It
You
was
got to think about
literally just what rhymes with purple. Whatever word we can think of, let's just throw it in there.
So think about this. In 1985, where was rap at? It was literally like a few years old. And the rap that we had was not nearly as intricate as
It
what
was
it is
this.
now. It was this.
The rap that we
it
had
was
was
a
this.
keyboard backbeat, like give me a beat.
And a couple of claps.
And then you just kind of made things rhyme. It didn't matter what they were saying.
I know, but I'm still hung up on that. I don't think any one of these people were playing the game at this point in their life to feed the needy. It's disingenuous. That's all I'm saying.
Because they weren't there to cause no trouble. They were just
came to do the
there
Super Bowl
to
shuffle.
do the Super
Okay,
Bowl
that's
shuffle.
what you're saying.
This is Speedy Willie, and I'm world class. I like rubber.
Willie Gall?
Willie Gall.
Willie Gall. Oh, 80 Will.
I gotta get ready for the Sunday fight. Now I'm as smooth as a chocolate swirl. I dance a little funky, so watch me, girl.
You know, I feel like all they're doing is just saying things
Yeah, that's gonna be the song.
about football.
just
in
understand.
rhythm.
It's important that you got that out of the way now, because
It's-
that's what
I
this
just-
song
I
is.
realized-
That's what the Super Bowl Shuffle is.
I
Congratulations, you figured it out.
don't like it.
It's Super Bowl season, so we gotta listen to it.
There's no one here that does it like me. My Super Bowl shuffle will set you free.
The Super Bowl Shuffle will set you free, Juan.
What do you think he meant by that? My Super Bowl shuffle will set you free.
I think it meant that
Who's
this
he talking
rhymed,
to?
so let's put it there. The person who wrote the song said,
Oh
"Hey,
man, I feel like that might have been a little innuendo.
What do you think
there.
it-
I think he was trying to be flirtatious with the ladies.
they're
watching
all of this is flirtatious." Didn't he not just say, "I dance all night"?
Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't.
I'm Samurai Mike.
Do we?
Mike Singletary's
I want
up.
to get into Mike Singletary. I know you. Well, we're gonna let you have your Mike Singletary moment.
Samurai Mike, bro.
We're currently only listening to this and breaking down the lyrics. I feel like we need to watch this
Oh, you're right, we do.
because I
We're
kind of
supposed
want to
watch
know
it.
what the Super Bowl Shuffle actually.
That's right. That was what we were
was.
supposed to do. Look at them dance on.
Samurai Mike, I stop 'em cold.
There's your boy.
Part of the defense, big and bold. I've been jamming for quite a while, doing what's right and setting the style. Give me a chance, I'll rock you good. Nobody messing in my neighborhood.
Okay.
I didn't come here looking for trouble. I just came to do the Super Bowl shuffle.
You know what I
Oh
love
my
about
god,
all of
that was
that?
the best.
What I
verse
love
in
about
80s.
all of that is that now that in hindsight, knowing who the Mike Singletary is,
Yes,
because we didn't grow up with Mike Singletary.
I did.
He was a little bit before our time,
No, as a player, yeah.
As a
and then
player.
I grew up with him as a coach.
and then we
that
knew
is-
what we know him more as the guy who was a not very successful coach, but
Yeah, but he was
hell of a personality.
He was a head coach that you knew was in the league. Like he
Yes.
made his presence felt.
can't win with him, can't play with him,
Can't do it.
can't do it.
Yeah, we all
That's
remember
Mike Singletary.
Mike Singletary,
Right?
He was also the guy who, when the Niners started out 0-5, guaranteed a playoff berth, which I will also point out was when the NFC West was by far the worst division in the NFL. So
And
it wasn't
didn't
that
the Seahawks go on to
make the playoffs
at
with a
7-9?
7-9 record, also
Yeah.
historic. So it wasn't that bad of a prediction. But that was how he was. He was a bold, headstrong coach, born out of this hard knocks Chicago Bears 85 style. That verse right there points out one of the very interesting things about what this team was. It was a combination of this old school Chicago football style that Mike Singletary and Buddy Ryan brought to the table as the defensive coordinator, combined with this magnificent swag that grabbed everybody's attention, and that is completely on display here with the Super Bowl Shuffle.
I just think it's funny that we saw, to start off this song, we saw Walter Payton and we saw Sweetness. We saw Speedy
Willie go.
Willie Gall. And both of them were two-stepping the whole time they were doing their thing. They were standing in front of the mic.
Yeah,
and they're
you really
two-stepping.
need to watch.
They're two-stepping.
You need to be as,
And then
as
Mike
stiff
Singletary-
as Mike Singletary's words are. His presence is... He tries to use his arms with every single bit and like...
Mike Singletary gets on the mic and guaranteed he did not move his feet one time.
And then you know what else I guarantee? That was take 58. I guarantee you. As many times as he was willing to do.
And he wore his trademark glasses.
And he has his glasses on. And as many times as he was willing to do until he finally said, I'm done. Fuck this.
Won't do it.
That's the last one you're going to use.
Can't do it.
Shuffling crew, shuffling on down, doing it for you. We're so bad, we know it's good.
How about, hold on.
Are you going to make a cowbell reference right
We
now?
have to make a cowbell reference,
Yeah,
right?
there's a few cowbells in there.
How?
But there's actually a good amount of cowbell in the song.
But how low on the totem pole do you have to be as far as the team dynamic goes to be the guy that when it's like, hey, it's early December, we're calling our shot? Because when did this was released?
We just
December
looked it up.
3rd.
This was put out December 3rd,
which
1985.
which actually means they recorded
Just like
it
early in the, like at least a few weeks before that. So think about that. This was put out midway through the season. It was recorded midway through the season.
The game is not played until at that point, end of January, early February, right?
Yeah, that's the astounding thing.
So,
the fact that this cockiness, like if they had not won this year, this would have been the most. The fact that they're calling it the Super Bowl Shuffle before they even got to the Super Bowl.
I don't think it would have been the most ridiculous thing because I'm sure we could probably dig up
No.
other things that teams have done.
This was the 80s. The 80s, there's several examples of teams doing music videos like this. This isn't the only one. But what I'm saying is that it's called the Super Bowl Shuffle. So they're calling their shot that they're going to be in the Super Bowl at least. And they were doing it in mid-November. Like, think about the NFL landscape now. What team
maybe
ever...
mid-November. Maybe mid-November. They might have filmed this in September.
Nah, because the
At
team
camp.
built the swagger that season. If you watch like a documentary of the team, like by the end of Refrigerator Perry was a rookie going into the season. And by the time it was like late October, he was like a celebrity. So it had to be around that time when they were really picking up because that was when everybody was like, oh shit, the Bears, they got some swagger.
Okay.
We're not here to start no trouble. We're just here to do the Super Bowl Shuffle.
Yes.
Look at those dance moves.
Okay, Jim McMahon is 100% green screened into this shot.
Jim McMahon
Jim
did
McMahon-
not show up.
Jim McMahon slept in for the shoot.
Jim
Does he-
McMahon did not make call time.
Does he rap? Wait, I feel like we gotta be getting to his rap.
When I hit the turf, I've got no plan. I just throw my body all over the field. I can't dance, but I can throw the field. I motivate the cats I like to tease. I play so cool, I aim to please. That's why you all got here on the double to catch me doing the Super Bowl Shuffle.
A mama's boy, Otis.
I don't.
Real quick, did he just call himself Mama Boy Otis?
Yeah. I don't know about the play call with Jim McMahon wearing the sunglasses.
The shades?
The sunglasses.
Jim McMahon has some eye issues though. Like he
Does he
has
really?
to wear sunglasses.
Oh, I didn't know that.
If you haven't noticed, in the past like 20 years, you won't find him without sunglasses.
So that's why it's his like signature look.
But it works with the Super Bowl Shuffle though, because you know.
I know, but
it
just
plays-
looking at it.
I think it's more that
wearing
him
those
clearly
shades.
green screened in is more the issue, but.
That too.
The ladies all love me for my body and my mind. I'm slick on the floor as I can be. But ain't no sucker gonna get past me. Some guys are jealous of my style and class. That's why
That's a
I
big
shut
boy.
up on
Oh,
this. I didn't come here looking for trouble. I'm just getting down to the Super Bowl Shuffle.
Oh man, the air sax and
Is he really playing that?
Nobody is actually playing any real instruments at this
Are you
point.
sure?
Yes. I don't think Refrigerator Perry knows how to play the saxophone.
Hold on. What if that was really what was going on here all this time? If this team actually performed all of the
I don't know where you're going.
the
with
musical
this, but
score. The
They
musical
definitely
score,
did not provide the music.
What if
then.
they did
They
though?
did. I don't
What
know.
if they did? What if that was the charm all along? Was that these guys were really
They're
breaking
actually
it down?
a low-key
They
jazz
were
band in an
18
underground
bar-
Chi-Town jazz club.
Exactly, 16 bar saxophone. Maybe that's what was really going on here.
They were running train in the Chi-Town night scene. They were not practicing their sax solo.
Say Jimbo is our man. If Jimmy can't do it, I sure can.
Wait a second.
Who is that?
No wonder.
Who's number 4?
Who is that? Look that
Is
up.
he's got to be either a
Look
kicker
that up.
or
He
a
looks like
backup
a kicker.
quarterback.
He 1000% looks like a kicker.
No, because he said if Jimbo can't get it, I sure can. I'm pretty sure that's a backup quarterback. Yeah, no, that's definitely a backup quarterback.
Number 4.
Oh, man, Wikipedia sucks.
Number 4.
You know what? No, that was before Harbaugh's time. Yeah.
I'm really intrigued by this right now.
No, they just gave the backup quarterback a verse, I think is what just happened.
I mean,
it's not Jimbo.
there he is.
Number 4, Steve Fuller, quarterback. Yeah, it's
Steve Fuller.
It was the backup QB.
quarterback from Clemson. He was 28 years old at the time.
Nothing else matters at this point.
No,
it was the backup quarterback.
Definitely. He played in 5 games that year. Is
They
that what that
gave
says?
the backup
No, hold on.
quarterback-
Did he really play in 5 games that year?
Game started. Yeah, I guess he did.
Games started 5.
All right, so that gives
So he
us some
wasn't
cred.
really the backup quarterback.
Well, no, he was. I assume that means Jim McMahon was hurt for a few games, which gives him cred to be able to say, if Jimbo can't do it, I sure can. But at least he knows his place.
Hang on, Dallas. This is for Mike and Papa Bear Hallis. But I'm not here to feather...
No, wait, you know what? Stop it. I'm super offended.
You don't like the
I'm super
shout out
offended.
to Hallis?
No. That wasn't it. It just occurred to me how fucked up it is. I don't care that he played a few games. You're doing a rap in the 80s. You got like 3 white guys in the roster, and you give an entire verse to the backup QB. The refrigerator Perry, he couldn't get in there.
Didn't he have a verse?
He hasn't
I feel
yet.
like he did.
You couldn't even give Mongo McMichael.
No.
You couldn't give Leslie Frazier.
Let's look for him.
I'm L.A. Mike and I play it cool. They don't sneak by me cause I'm no fool. I can break them and shake them any time of day.
I do like that stage though.
Make 'em pay. So please don't try to beat my hustle cause I'm just here to do the Super Bowl shuffle.
I will say this, that was my favorite lead into the rhyme of Super Bowl Shuffle. Please don't try to beat my hustle.
There's Mike again. There he is. Right there.
There's Fridge.
There's Fridge.
Yeah, so you know me.
The sack man's coming. I'm your man. That is a quarterback, so he's gonna get...
At this verse, it feels like they're just kind of like running out of steam a little bit.
But this
though,
actually
doesn't it?
this actually goes to show you something right here. 'Cause I made a comment about this potentially being recorded as early as September. As you pointed out, Refrigerator Perry was starting to gain some steam.
Yeah,
and
by
make
the
some
end,
headlines.
he was a rookie at the beginning of the season. By this point, he was like the star of the team.
By this point in December, he was the start of the team. But by this point, when they recorded this
Oh,
song,
maybe he wasn't like the.
he's not even getting any credit.
They stiffed him for the backup quarterback,
Exactly.
who at that point probably hadn't started 5 games.
Exactly. So
I'm still mad that they give Steve Fuller a
think that
full
they
verse.
recorded this fresh out of training camp.
Which,
Pretty ballsy.
hey, dude, fucking swag as hell.
Fridge Perry's
and I'm
first.
Mr. Clean. They call me Hitman. Don't know what they mean. They throw it long and watch me run. I'm my man, 1-on-1. But these guys cover it down to the bone. That's why they call us the 46 zone. Come on, everybody.
All right.
Did he just talk about 46 Zone in a rap song in 1985?
Yeah, because it's a football team rapping about football. That's what's happening. Also, his verse was 8 bars too long. I don't know why he got so much time. Too many white guys on the track, Bears.
Gonna do the shuffle, then ring your bell.
There he is. There's Fridge.
Oh, Frigid.
Okay, maybe
they're building
we
it
just
up.
killed.
You're looking at the fridge. I'm the Ricky. I may be large, but I'm no dumb cook.
There we go.
Okay, wait. I think I see what the problem is.
When I kick your past, we'll have more fun.
He's actually
I can dance.
very bad at rapping.
The others, they all learn from me. I didn't come here looking for trouble. I just came to do the Super Bowl shuffle.
There we go.
And there.
Shuffling crew.
Oh, dude, working the Rambas.
We are the best shuffling crew. Shuffling on down, doing it for you. We're so bad, we know we're good. Blowing your mind like we knew we would.
All right. So many opinions about this.
I don't know what to think about it.
I
mean,
gotta
I don't
say-
really have any strong feelings. I just...
If you could wrap the 80s up in a tiny music video nutshell, I feel like that would be one of the nutshells that you could wrap it into. All of it. The cheesy music video aspect, the poor green screening, the keyboard hip-hop dance mix with very unclever rhymes on top of it, just passed off as a rap, the dance moves, the fact that it's the 85 Bears. Everything about it, I think, is just as 80s as it gets. The fact that it was dead center in the middle of the 80s. And the fact that it was a time when an NFL team could put this out midway through the season and not get killed for that. Do you even know? Can you even imagine if a team dared put this out? Even if they recorded it and put it out Super Bowl week now. If the Niners put that video out this week, I would be mortified. I'd be like, holy fuck, we just dug an epic grave that we
There's a-
might
there's
never.
a-
That's curse shit. That's the
there's
kind
a-
of shit. If the Niners put that out right now, I'd be
There's
like,
a
we just
very
cursed
easy-
ourselves
there's
for
a
life.
very easy explanation for that.
It was the 80s?
You do anything now. When you do anything that's recorded, it's worldwide, right? That means everything is fair game as far as news goes. There's no such thing as a local market anymore. Whereas when the Bears made this, I guarantee some like marketing person had the idea to make that, and it was all about getting Chicago pumped up for the season, and that was their objective.
So it was the 80s.
And it was the 80s. I mean, it was a different time, right?
This shit
they
flew
could
back
put that.
then.
I guarantee that song went out in early December of 1980.
It probably hit top 10 of the billboards. They were probably playing that shit on the radio at the time.
Just by virtue of the way that news was spread, it did not become a national phenomenon on December 3rd of 1985 in the way that it would today. Things happen now that become instant national and global headlines.
Yeah, no, it's different.
Back then, that did not happen. Word
Either
did not
way,
spread-
it took an insane amount of confidence swag to put that out and like know that everybody was going to see it, including your opponents, and not give a fuck and just be like, yeah, we're going to win the Super Bowl. Who gives a shit?
Maybe.
We already know it. If they hadn't pulled that off, we would look at that 85 Bears, to your last point, completely different light. They could be looked at as one of the most ridiculously underperforming teams of all time, with that as their hallmark. Also, bring back full circle having one ring. That team only won one ring.
Yep, that
and
was
that's
it.
all it took to validate that. But if they hadn't won that one ring, not only would the 85 Bears be looked at as one of the teams that were all time didn't get it done, but they'd be one of the biggest laughing stocks in NFL history because
100%.
they put that shit out.
Yeah.
So, I think that
Instead,
caps
the
up
Bears are the laughing stock of the NFL now.
for a few years.
Or whatever.
I actually would argue because of what the 85 Bears did, they have given that team a decent amount of clout. Still to this day.
Still somehow by
Somehow to this day, they're still known. And Mike Ditka is still remembered as a great coach, even though his defensive coordinator was really the motor that made the engine go.
Personally, I think it was the sweater vest, but you could say what you want to
Well,
say.
that was part of why we love Ditka for many reasons, and his ability to coach, I think, is often overlooked because we love the sweater vest, the voice, the demeanor.
The glasses.
Yeah, all the
The
shit he
mustache.
brought to the table. Anyways, I gotta say, you know what? Listening back to it, I can jam to that. As bad as the rap is, as cheesy as it is, I just love me some good old-fashioned 80s cheese. Okay. And I love myself some good old-fashioned football history. So the combination of the two, seeing the guys like Mike Singletary, Walter Payton, Refrigerator Perry,
Samurai
get down to the
Mike.
rep, Samurai Mike, whoever the fuck that backup
Speedy
quarterback was that got a whole verse. Steve Fuller, I'm still going to fight them on that. I don't know. Like, you didn't have another linebacker that was back there doing the shuffle that couldn't get a line in? Come on, dude.
Yeah.
He probably could have used that.
Another
kind of
defensive end.
He could have used the rub. Anyways, that alone actually just validated their whole... That's all I needed to see as the argument as to why the 85 Bears are not overrated myself. So
They are absolutely overrated.
I just combated your last one with that whole rap.
Absolutely overrated.
That's the beauty thing about 80s rap. Everybody sees it differently. That being said, we are all out of time on the
Finally.
Super Bowl special. Thank you for hanging with us. I don't know exactly what the full running time of this, but I'm sure it is way too long.
You're listening to this, and by now it's Super Bowl Monday.
I hope you appreciated this edition of 39 Things We Gotta Talk About, Super Bowl edition.
39 things.
With that being said, I hope you all
Thing 39.
enjoy yourself this Super Bowl Sunday. Go Niners!
Go Niners.
We are out of here.